UC Berkeley to participate in Model United Nations. It was a lot of fun. Those of you who went, please drop by Room 8 quickly at lunch, or if you can't find me. And at lunch we'll be having really, really fast elections for officers next year. It'll take about 10-15 minutes.
And speaking of elections for Executive Student Council are coming up. So if you want to run, talk to TORI or whoever is in the position you're thinking about running for. And then talk to Ms. Wilston if you want more information than that.
And last year, not a lot of people ran for Executive Student Council. In fact, all but 3 positions were uncontested. So we'd like to see a lot of people running this year. The races are a lot more interesting if they're competitive, and your speech will be better if you're running against someone.
Also, congratulations to Ms. Reese and everybody in the play. It was definitely one of the best I've seen in the last 5 years, so good job, guys.
And at the end of chapel today, we will be turning our chairs this direction. During a week when you have a lot of academic expectations and deadlines, I just wanted to congratulate those students who participated in the play, came to the auction gala on Saturday night, and traveled to the Model United Nations over the weekend. You are learning how to balance things in your life, both the academic rigor of the program and everything else that we do here at York to make it a rich experience for you. So congratulations on getting involved. The students who will be taking AP exams and would like to take an AP exam outside of the classes that you are enrolled in need to speak with me sometime in the next 72 hours so that we can make sure that we order those for you. If you don't talk to me before spring break, then we can't take care of that for you. And finally, the juniors that are meeting with Dr. Radcliffe and I this afternoon at 3 o'clock, change of venue. We are now in the chapel, so please help, as Tio said, turn your chairs when we're done, face that direction. Thank you.
As a reminder that Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, which begins the Christian observance of Lent. And as is our tradition here at York School, we'll have a forum in the chapel here after period 2 with Bishop Mary. We would ask that you come in a slightly more introspective mood than normally for break. Because it is an announcement day, I will recognize people to stand up and make important announcements. Please avoid skits and all that stuff. Important information to stand up and say. And while I'm on the matter of the chapel, it's probably good to remind you that tomorrow, being Tuesday, we do our little 10-minute prayer service on Tuesdays. At 11:50, you'll hear me ring the bell 9 times, 3 groups of 3. And you're welcome to come and participate in that every Tuesday.
So this will be the last reminder for the One Act Play Festival submissions. Remember that the day we come back from break is the very last day to submit them. So I'm looking forward to getting lots more than I have. And I would like to say a really sincere thank you to everybody who supported the play in one way or another. To the cast, the crew, most of the people who came to the audience were wonderful. You made it. Yeah, well, there are a few. Gotta be honest. You made it the success that it was, and I'm really proud of all of you. Thank you.
Hello, 9th and 10th graders. For service learning tomorrow in PATH, I will expect you to update your PATH teacher on what you've done, what you've turned in, and what you still have to do for your service learning project. A lot of you said you were going to do it between January and February, and we're in March now. If you haven't taken care of your project and implemented it, you really need to be doing that. A lot of you also said in your forms last December that you were planning on doing it during the March break. So make sure that that happens. Any forms that you have that have hours on them to get your total number of hours, those please turn them in to me so that I can update my records, as well as the service learning self-evaluation that you should do before you present in your PATH group. I'll need a copy of that once you've completed it. For all of you, there's lots of information on Moodle of places to volunteer. Events coming up. Right after break, we'll be posting a volunteer list for the Big Sur Marathon. We take 3 or 4 vans of kids down at 5 in the morning and support one of the, or we run one of the aid stations. For those of you who were either volunteering at the auction or on the tech crew for the play, it doesn't count as part of your basic 10 hours, but I will accept, if you turn in one of the forms, I will help track all the hours that you've done in-house for public events. So this is not the cast, but the crew during Tech Week, the people who provide extra support, the ushers, I will help you track those extra hours. Again, not part of your basic 10 requirement, but that way at the end of your, beginning of your senior year when you're applying for colleges and you come to me saying, how many hours do I have? I can give you a much better, more accurate record of that. So in order to get those, you have to turn in a little form though, and either get Miss Reese to sign it for the play or Miss Scott to sign it for the auction. Thanks.
At the risk of being snarky, please talk to Tio or me. Not I, me. Tio or me. Okay, yeah, the objective follows the two. Me, yeah. So, at the risk also of being repetitive, I want to say that this was a wonderful weekend for feeling really, really proud of York School and York students. Tio and Hussein found a way to be in two places at the same time. I think that that's something we just have come to expect of them. The play was, as people have said, absolutely exquisite, just beautiful. I cried 3 times. I know, it's strange for me to cry, but I did. It was just gorgeous. Acting was beautiful, and it was so terrific to see the younger members of the crew, because it gives me such great hope and faith for the future of the program and seeing it just blossom and come alive. I think we are so very fortunate to have Mrs. Reese with us. I just am so glad that you're here. And as far as the auction goes, I was so proud of all the students who stood up and spoke, and I was just also so grateful of our advancement office and everything that they did. Aaron's praises were sung over and over, Ms. Scott's praises were sung over and over. So thank you all so much for giving me a chance to feel proud of you yet again.
Last time I will announce, if you want to be a playground leader, get information from me. The applications are due March 25th. Student council nominations for next year executive is going to open after spring break, so if you're interested, please come talk to me. And geometry mathletics meeting today at lunch in room 20, Mr. Fink's room.
Okay. Everyone should make baby hats over spring break because it's fun and easy, and it helps babies who don't have hats.
Easter has worm, and your community service hours, it's an hour per hat, so if you didn't fulfill your requirements, then you can do that over spring break.
You should know that the hats go to the hospital in Salinas, and there's lots and lots of people who come and have babies there, and they don't really have anything to take the special things for their babies that are being born. So that's what the hats are for.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our exclusive news presentation. Our topic today is a very serious, ongoing event right here at York. The current state hostility between 2 well-known members on this campus, Amy and Sensei. We're joined here today by warfare expert and analyst, Natasha Nagara. Hi. Okay, well, welcome to the studio. So, Natasha, I know you've been observing this conflict for quite a while now, but many people don't know the specifics. Could you tell us a little bit more?
Yes, thank you, Javon. Well, it all started by Sensei's declaration that she couldn't be scared by anybody. And so Amy decided that she would try and scare Sensei. After a few times where Sensei scared Amy pretty badly, she actually screamed. She decided that she had to retaliate.
Okay, so that's how it all began. And what about the first lashes?
Well, it all started when Amy decided to use her first strategy. It was called the box method. Very stealthy. She hid in this giant cardboard box and tried to scare Sensei.
A cardboard box?
Yep.
Okay, so what happened
Yep, it was definitely cardboard. She didn't scare Sensei though. But then Sensei struck back. During the final, our history final, she gave Amy a fake final that consisted of questions like, why is Kevin eating a hot goblin? And she didn't even realize she had a fake final. And then there was the cookie.
The cookie?
Yep, the cookie. And that's where Sensei struck again. Right after she gave Amy the real final, she gave her a cookie. And while everyone else had cookies with chocolate chips inside, Amy took a bite of hers and it was full of Gorgonzola cheese. Yep, that's true. Gorgonzola cheese. Then Amy wrapped Sensei's car with string, and then after that, Sensei emptied out Amy's locker and filled it with pictures of the Cheshire Cat. You should have seen her face.
I'm sure it was interesting. Now that we've heard from our expert here, why don't we invite Amy and Sensei up here themselves to be interviewed?
Kevin?
And also a big thank you to Mr. Hudis and also Mr. Fink for proctoring the exam. So, and Mr. Johnson, who's not here.
Q&A, we're having our big, huge meeting room for today. We have enough food for basically everybody. We hope. Yeah.
There's lots of lasagna, pasta, garlic bread, pizza.
All right, guys basketball team, just a reminder, we're meeting at the flagpole right after we're done here. We're going to get this done this time.
Lost and found on Wednesday. Stole my seat. Just a reminder, please take out your disgusting items, because last time we found boxer shorts.
Key Club meeting today at lunch midnight. Key Club.
Acapella Club canceled today. Not gonna have it.
Oh, good. Also, if anybody has seen a laptop power cable, it's a gateway power cable.
It's the library. It's the library.
Oh, thanks, Barry.
Basketball girls, only one person has paid me $3, so pay me $3 or I'll hunt you, and I might use Kevin.
Okay.
Boys, put basketball uniforms in tomorrow. They can vote for